Okay, this one's a little different, guys. This is what I call the Freestyle podcast. Sometimes we freestyle, sometimes we don't, and sometimes we just talk about shit we want to. My name's Barnes. Maybe I'll have a future guest. Maybe I won't. Maybe I'll just do whatever the fuck I want. Because bitches is my podcast. I say what goes here. Now, my week, pretty good. Had to work at a burger joint. Work at that Lakeview Burger. Ain't no really set position for me. I just, one week I'm a cash register, next week I'm a chef in the kitchen, flipping burgers, cooking fries, making tacos. I don't know why we have tacos, but some reason we have tacos. But anyways, I'll just work, do what I have to do to provide for my family, me and my mother. I just like living with my mom. It's not 'cause I'm an underground child inside. It's not 'cause like I can't defend myself or raise for myself. I just like living with my mother. And if you don't like that, then maybe you don't like me, and maybe you just want to doubt me, and maybe you just have some more hatred inside yourself, and you just spread it to everybody else. You understand me? Anyways, I'm going too far into that. I don't mean to over exaggerate. But the truth is, my name is Michael Patrick Barnes. This is the Freestyle Podcast. My initials are MPB. That's where that name came from. My last name is Barnes, what everybody calls me. It's my nickname. It's been my nickname since I was like in grade 5. Everybody that I've ever met just called me Barnes. I never told them to call me Barnes. They just did. I don't know if it's because I'm fat and I look like a cow that just stepped out of a barn, or if I just, I'm called Barnes because my last name it sounds cooler than Michael, and Michael's commonly used in a generic. Well, Barnes? I guess that's a generic last name, but not a generic first name, so makes sense as a nickname. But anyways, um, yeah, my life is pretty standard, pretty okay, but also pretty unusual. Also pretty typical and pretty, I don't know what you say, something more along the lines of just trippy, but also weird, I guess. I don't know. My upbringing was I was born in Scarborough, Ontario, Canada. That's 30 minutes outside of Toronto. Well, maybe a little less than that, but anyways, yeah, I was born there. Sort of just had an upbringing there, lived there till I was 4, with my grandparents and my dad and my mom. And after my grandparents died, my mom and my dad they got a lump sum of $25,000, for will money. And then we used that money to buy an apartment at first. And the apartment didn't turn out that well. We had a fire and just bad memories and stuff. And my dad went to jail for stuff that I shouldn't really say, because that's his business, not mine. And he went to jail. And then we went to Edmonton after he got out of jail, and he just wanted to get away from the bad memories of being in jail and being a failure to his family and all that stuff. He just didn't like being here. So yeah, we drove to Edmonton with the rest of the money that we had, and packed up the U-Haul van and U-Haul truck and just went. It was a 3-day drive. We slept in the fucking truck, and it was very uncomfortable, but we did it. And anyways, we just sort of tried to get through to Edmonton. And once we got to Edmonton, I lived in Edmonton for 4 years, one of the greatest cities in Canada. But I lived there, and I grew up as a person, grew up as a child. I lived there from grade, I think it was grade, no, from just the end of kindergarten to grade 3. And yeah, so when I lived there, then my dad went to jail again, committed the same crime he did again. Again, you're not going to say that crime because that's his business, not mine. And so yeah, he committed his crime. I went to, he went to jail. I just, gotten more and more angry over my dad leaving me, over my dad choosing to, go for his sentence or whatever he could do to get his pleasure. You know what I mean? Like his pleasure of committing a crime. And I just got more and more angry over that. So eventually, this will bring me into part 2. I'll be back right after we finish another track. Burn it, let's do this. Turn it, tune into part 2, where I refuse to tell you my last story. This is the Freestyle Podcast. Tune in to part 2. This is Freestyle Podcast. This is the Freestyle Podcast by Michael Barnes Productions. Do you understand me? Freestyle Podcast by Michael Barnes Productions.